Imagine living in Windham, Connecticut in 1754. This is more than 20 years before the United States of America actually became a formalized country. There was all kinds of things going on. There was good guys and bad guys all around. And one night, as the residents of Windham were getting ready for bed, they heard a horrendous screaming off in the distance. Many of them began to panic. Some of them thought it was Indians preparing an attack. Other of them thought it was the French army beginning to move in. And some of them began to say that it was the judgment day that was coming. The women and children, they hid under beds. They gathered in the churches to pray. And the men gathered their muskets together and rallied to go off to find what was making this noise. Some people even began to claim that they heard their names being screamed in the distance. Over and over, their names were being screamed. They began to fire their muskets into the air, not at anything specific, but hoping that they would scare off whatever horrible enemy was coming after them. The men wandered through the woods throughout the night looking for what was causing this noise, following the screaming deeper and deeper into the woods. They continued following the screaming noises through the night, shooting their muskets into the air until they came to this pond right here. Instead of it flowing with water and being frozen over though, it was almost bone dry. As they began to look around, they saw hundreds and hundreds of dead frogs. That's right, dead frogs. And some of them were still making that eerie, screeching, screaming noise that somehow, as they determined, with the fog cover that evening, had amplified the sound and carried it all the way into the village. So the mystery had been solved. It wasn't the Judgment Day, it wasn't the French, it wasn't Indians, it was a bunch of frogs. Later they named this the Battle of the Frogs, which Windham still celebrates. They have taken the frog and integrated it into their logo. And even on one of the bridges, they've erected these gigantic frogs to remember this Battle of the Frogs. Something that seemed scary at first, but ultimately turned out to be just an urban legend.